Hi again. So another sort of spontaneous video where I don't have a script and everything's kind of messy, but at least I'm trying to give you some value. So as I'm working with people, I'm noticing more and more blocks that sort of like might be, I don't know, like universal for a lot of people here. And we're gonna talk about like meaningless dreams, no memory, and wanting to sleep. And like these pretty much like are basic stuff that like sort of keeps us here. A lot of people, when they want to get out of body, they're practicing it at the wrong time. Like most people, like, okay, I'm gonna practice getting out of body, but it's like 9, 10, 11 p.m. like when they're super tired, they're after work, and they're gonna go sleep. And the main target for them is to get some rest before another day, before starting the work and stuff like that. So they're gonna lay in bed, all tired, wanting to sleep, wanting to tune out from this world, plug out from all the problems, getting away. And then you're like, oh, I'm going to try getting out of body. And so you practice one technique that you sort of heard of or read somewhere, and you wake up in the morning like, huh, that didn't work. Well, I'm probably never going to be able to do this anyway. Fuck that shit. So a lot of people like are trying things at the wrong time when they're super tired, and the main goal is to sleep, rest, tune out, and not experience anything. Because when you're out of body, you're wide awake and you're working your ass off. As in, you're not gonna get rested physically. Physically, you rest. But your mind wants to plug out from this world and all the problems. When you get out of body, when you're dreaming and in astral travel, you might meet some weird beings, you might be in a spaceship, you might be in the middle of the war or something. A lot of people don't want to experience anything. They want to tune out. Everything's black, and they're like, oh, you know, that's their heaven. That's their like falling in bed and feeling like this is the place. So like wanting to sleep is one of the biggest issues people have, because we do need rest, but we're practicing getting out of body, or like our goal is to get out, but we're practicing it at the wrong time. So it's like actually would be really good to change up the schedule, as in like, okay, like I'm practicing right now, like really, like let's say take a nap throughout the day, if it's possible, because a lot of people, they're working 10, 12 hours, or you know, like good luck taking a nap, right? So you know, like for me it's really good because I can work up my schedule to where like, oh, okay, today I might take a nap. And so like I practice taking a nap, and of course eating, let's say getting done with dinner or like throughout the whole day's meal before 6 p.m. And after that, let's say I'm going to be active, and then I'm going to go to sleep early and wake up in the middle of the night. And that part where you get some rest, but then you wake up and you be active for a little bit. Like, you know, some people like wake up in the middle of the night and they go pee or something. Try moving, try touching the walls, becoming more active, waking up a little. Like, it's not just like, oh, I got up and I go, like, wake up and back to sleep. But it's not just you woke up and you're going to close your eyes and go back to sleep. You have to get up, you have to move, you have to touch things. Like literally, I got up from like in the middle of the night, and I like sort of like I built my new PC and stuff. So like I got done with that. 5 hours later, I'm going to sleep like from 2 a.m. at like I woke up at 2 a.m. I went to sleep at 6 a.m. and I woke up at 9 a.m. again. But in that 3 hours, I had OBE after OBE after OBE after OBE after OBE, like nonstop. So for me, this part where I'm practicing to mix up my schedule, because usually our body is used to a routine. We're gonna wake up then, do this, and in the evening we're tired, we're gonna go to bed. Like you have a program, you're programming yourself like, okay, sleep time, you're out. So you have to change up your schedule, like give body sort of like a shock, like that intermittent fasting, like we're gonna like eat every 16 hours and stuff, like similar like stuff where your body doesn't know when to expect to sleep or when to expect anything. So mixing up schedule, and it's good for those that have it possible. Some people wake up at like 7 a.m. they work until 9 or something, and they go to bed at like 11 or stuff. Like it's really harsh. So I'm not saying it's possible for everyone, but for those that have it possible, you can try literally drinking water before going to bed. This is my favorite one. I love this water. And so, you know, like literally drink water before you go to bed, like a glass or two. And then you're going to wake up in the middle of the night wanting to pee. You're going to go pee. But then while you're walking back in bed, you already like were awake for at least a little bit. You're going to go back to bed. But now you sort of set things up for, okay, I'm going to try. So set your goal into getting out of the body and remembering it, remembering your experience, because now you got some rest. but now you're going where you're more awake and more ready for it. So the second time you go to sleep is the time where you're gonna get more experiences. That being said, this is the whole process, like, you know, like when people want to get rested, like it's one of the blockages. And I could drive this video and make more short ones, I guess, which would be better for most people. So I guess I'm done with this one. But yeah, wake up, go back to sleep is a very powerful process, especially if it's not just opening up your eyes and going back and closing it and stuff, but more like get out of bed, touch something, like literally this process where you touch walls and pay attention and get focused. Because when you're out of body, it is very important to pay details, pay attention to all the details, like, or like, let's not necessarily even out of body, like when you're in a dream, focus on details, look at the wall, look at like all those lines on your hands and stuff, like look at your fingerprints and stuff. The more attention you pay, the more focused you're going to become, the more aware you're going to become. So when you fall asleep, your consciousness is still paying attention. And when you get out of body, or let's say you're in a dream state, you start paying attention and you become more aware. And from a dream, you move into a lucid dream. And from there, you can get out of body or do astral traveling and stuff. So yeah, wake up and go back to sleep. It's a very powerful process. So again, like try to, you know, like make your schedule different if possible. If you have a day off, practice getting out of body while you're at work. Let's say you're just like working, and if you have a moment, you know, where some people go to smoke or some people go have lunch and stuff, if it's possible, just simply ask yourself, like, you know, like, am I dreaming now? Am I awake? Focus now. Like, so basically give yourself commands, various techniques and stuff that will like help you practice getting out of body. And when you go to bed tonight, don't try to practicing it right before bed. I mean, it's good, but more like set a goal, postulate it, but like don't expect to not do anything throughout your whole day. Then you work your ass off or you're super tired. And when you lay down in bed, you're going to try this technique and giving up in the morning because it didn't work. Of course, it's not going to work. Your goal is to rest. Your goal is to plug out of this world. So you have to change up your schedule, your goals, your beliefs and thinking, because well, most of our goals is to sleep and get rested. And, you know, it's very important. Sleep is super important. So get plenty of rest, but while getting rest, make sure that throughout the day, you practice some of the techniques to get about it. Anyway, that being said, I'm going to wrap it up and see you next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.